I don't do a pre-check, man. It goes
Hey guys, y'all pal Brian. Say hi, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
Let's make sure we got rudder, we got elevator, and we got, what are them other things called?
What are them other things called? Ailerons.
Let me know if you need some tips.
Will do. I'm always looking for some help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll help you crash. That's the awful part.
You got it set on the tones to tell you when it's climbing, or is it?
I went ahead and put it back to voice because the tones are annoying me because I'm scared. Coming out.
You want me back over yonder?
I think we're good now. I think I'm comfy with flying it.
Low battery, 8.3 volts.
Ready when you are, Brian.
All right, and contact and.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Wow, it takes off beautiful. Very graceful.
Big old son of a bitch.
59 feet.
That's me oscillating it.
I do the same thing. It's like steps to climb
Yeah.
sometimes, so you can keep track of what you got.
164 feet.
Okay.
And that girl's beautiful voice, her name's Amber. It's some dude's old lady.
125 feet.
And you can do it whatever you like, whatever, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds.
127 feet.
It's an awesome looking plane in the air, but I see what you're saying.
167.
Damn thing's about even on length and width, right?
Yep.
So it confuses me sometimes.
Yeah, I saw that. It got into a funky angle and for a split second there.
Creeps me out.
Well, I learned that when that happens, just
Wait.
turn. Well,
Yeah.
I saw the flash off of the tips.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Wasn't it?
It was like a
Look at
blinking light on each. Bink, bink. Awesome.
157 feet.
Well, that's that wind just dragging it around.
I was going to say, you got throttle. Oh, you're giving it throttle.
Yeah, I fly with throttle because I feel better.
It's okay.
Yeah, because it gives me
So
instant.
you're using it more for sport. When you
Right now,
balanced
yeah.
it,
Here,
is
let's take it off.
122 feet.
She's off throttle. And I'm having to, of course, give her elevator now.
175 feet.
Well, the wind's coming out of the south, so you want to point due south if you want it to climb, if it can catch a... Yeah, it's like right now it's
111
dead.
feet.
Yeah. I'll give her some gas so I can get back on up.
So yours is just like mine, man. You can see it, literally see it dropping quickly.
95 feet.
I like that damn altimeter, though. That's working.
I wonder...
And I'm so pleased because Sherba watched the dog yesterday because I'm telling you, I treat these things like they're humans.
153 feet.
If I'm there, I want to spend time with a critter. That's how you're going to bond. They're going to be with you for 15 years.
Right.
So she took the dog yesterday.
149 feet.
And it's very simple. Literally, you plug it. These things are plug and play. On that side, on the radio side, you have to actually,
134 feet.
set the radio to do what you want it to do, and that takes, a half hour. And I opted for 2 choices: either the Vario tone.
12 minutes.
I like that.
That's what the real glider pilots do, flying RC.
Right.
Ooh, shit, that's loud. Okay, so flat tone, you're not going anywhere. Let's go down.
I thought when it stops, you're not going anywhere.
I think
You had it at one point
there
right
she
there.
is, yeah.
Yep, where
Now
it goes.
she's just going
yep.
up,
So it's no tone means you're perfectly level.
I guess.
So my question would be, does they make something like that for Spectrum? Because
I know they have telemetry. I just don't know what kind of
I gotta
telemetry
be
they
honest
have.
with you, dude. I would go out and I would forfeit another plane and I would go out and buy a better radio to be able to do that.
Well, if it's something that thrills you, I mean, your gear's not worthless. You can sell it. That's what guys are doing. The guys
Well, no,
are.
I'd use it as a backup. I would never give up.
I didn't give mine up because I couldn't get the money for it. And
Hey, they're going for 300. I'll sell it for 2. I couldn't replace it.
you hold on to it for a backup, and also like for me, I need a second radio for sailboats. When people use their.
Right.
So I like having a second radio. And then I've still got 4 or 5 of those
147 feet.
oranges laying around. You know, the orange receivers.
Right. I'm gonna call Grace. I might make.
Upside is you got somebody to teach you how to use the damn thing.
Well, if I was to go out and buy the DX9, I pretty much could figure out how to use it.
No, I'm talking about one of these. If you bought one of these,
Oh, right.
if it suited you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta be
DX9 and all
honest
that.
with you, it would cost me almost as much, if not more, to go your route if I had to go out and buy receivers for everything.
But then you'd have telemetry. I mean, if that's what you're looking for.
I understand. I
if,
hear you.
If that's
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
You know, I do like the telemetry. I don't like the idea of having to learn another system.
you
You know, it took
You
me
can't have it
a
all.
long time to learn the.
That's what I'm saying to you. If you went this route, that's just if the route you wanted to go, you got somebody to teach you.
Right, and I got to be honest with you, even with the Spectrum, I still don't know everything I need to know.
Well, and what
still
I
have
liked
to
about
turn to
this
other
is it forced me to learn how to use my radio, because
Right.
I was too lazy to screw with Spectrum.
Yeah, but you're into sitting there and dissecting instructions.
Well-
They frustrate the piss out of me.
Well, sort of, kind of, because what I did initially was I just borrowed. Jesus, I think it's all it is. That's the wind.
Yep.
What I did was I followed other people's steps just to get the first thing running, you know, some 4-channel I had.
Right.
And then when I wanted to do complicated things, there's a guy that did a video, so I just learned how to do it
I
that
know
way.
you are on YouTube.
And I mean, they taught me how to set up my exact rig, my 450 quadcopter, with all the cool voices. So I really, the learning curve, if you wanted to be lazy, is pretty simple. You just do what they do.
Right.
But I wanted to learn a little bit more, and you know, because these capabilities of these radios are just amazing.
Oh, you know what? I can easily go out and just buy
96
this radio and use it for nothing but my sailplane.
If that's the route you wanted to go.
And then as I learn, slowly convert my planes over to it.
I just went ahead, balls to the wall, and did almost everything. It took me about 2 weeks. I say balls to the wall. I just did what you described. Only I didn't switch over as a helicopter, and I'm kind of.
You take a big chance. I wouldn't. That the radio plays way too much into that V bar.
And you know
and
what?
Stuff.
It makes me use the radio. It makes me keep a charge on the battery.
8 minutes.
And I like flying it. And I says, you know what? I'm just going to leave it on there.
So now, if I was to get this, you'd have to hook me up. How much did it cost you to get that case that the thing?
Well,
plugs
now
into
the
that?
case and a radio, a receiver,
Right.
is $235 or $40.
Okay. But then you said, right, it doesn't fit in the box or something.
Oh yeah.
Keep taking the
Oh no.
antenna off.
That was when I bought the $40 orange module,
Oh, okay.
and then I had to do a little mod to it.
So what would I need to do to mine? Or do I just got to buy the right one to begin with?
No, you just buy the module, and I mod it. Well, there's guys out there that sell these things for $10 now. Is what they sell them for, the module cover,
Okay.
and that'll get you in as far as just your basic stuff. And then if you wanted to, I didn't buy all my receivers at once because I'm cheap.
135 feet.
They're about $36 a piece, and then the sensors are cheap.
Well, couldn't I put a whatchamacallit module in it for the Spectrum?
Yeah, that's what I'm
so-
saying. You could fly Spectrum, and then as I was switching over, I would just buy a module each time I could afford it. I say module, I'm sorry, receiver each time I could afford
Right.
it.
See, my thing would be to stay with the Spectrum receivers,
If you wanted to.
but use a different radio and have more capabilities.
Understand this though, the whole idea about switching over is for me, it's telemetry, because what my eventuality is doing just like I'm doing right now, eking every minute out of the air by knowing how much battery I got. I just happen to put the Vario on here because it's a glider, and I'm kind of interested in seeing how high I fly. The other thing I'm going to do is I bought a handful of them, the voltage sensors.
Right.
Once I get balls and start flying my T-28, I want every minute in the air.
Right.
And the difference between 5 minutes and 7 minutes.
It's knowing your voltage. Yep. No doubt.
So what I want to do is do the route of learning how to use telemetry to my advantage. A beautiful aircraft. I love it when the sun hits your
Yeah,
vinyl.
flash, that's awesome.